So the new, I'm gonna grab my mic. The new prologue thing for Alone in the Dark is out, so I'm going to be reacting to it. Sorry about those noises just then. But yeah, I'm going to be reacting to it. Alone in the Dark Spotlight, and then we're going to play the game. So first, let's watch Spotlight. Here we go. The Nordic. Alone in the Dark Spotlight. Very cool.
Don't say his name. He can hear you.
Shocking.
He's always listening.
Alone in the Dark. 25th of October. Okay, so I do know it's David Harbour and Jodie Comer.
We were too late.
Jodie Comer, an amazing actor, by the way. David Harbour, again, an amazing actor.
I just can't think why.
Let's not waste any time, Detective.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go get your uncle, Miss Hartwood.
It transports you into the dark alleyways and into the night.
I mean, it's always trying to create a mystery, right?
So I've heard this game is also
more than just jump scares.
Yeah, like it said, it's not just jump scares and things like that. It's not just focused around gore. It's more psychological, which I love.
Games, but it had an
I mean, I'm all for gore. I love gore, but
I don't think so.
Psychological horror. If they manage to make it scary,
much like
it's the best kind of horror.
Jeremy Hartwood is haunted by
because sometimes
he goes to a countryside hospital.
They try.
To set up
Let me pause this. Sometimes they try to do psychological horror, but it doesn't go well. They do it and try to make it really scary, but it doesn't work. For example, that movie, The Visit.
Here I come, Tyler. Here I come.
Don't know if you guys have seen it with the grandma. They didn't do very well on that. I mean, it's a good movie, but they tried to make it too scary, and because of how they tried too hard to make it scary, so they failed. So I'm hoping this is like the original games and they do really well at it, because I remember in the original games they did a really good mix of gore and psychological horror, and it worked really well, and it managed to actually scare you without needing loads and loads of gore, which I found really cool. Anyways, play.
I need to get this letter to my niece. She would understand.
Jeremy sends a disturbing letter to Emily Hartwood, his niece, and it spooks her enough that she hires Detective Edward Carnby to find out what's going on.
Who are you?
Whoa, pardon me, excuse me. My name is Edward Carnby, private investigator. I hope you don't mind we let ourselves inside.
I do mind.
We knew early on that we had a character-driven story, so we needed to find some really good actors to make those characters come to life.
I knew of past iterations of the game. I mean, the video game world is something that I'm very interested in general, the horror game genre specifically.
David has a really strong presence as an actor, and he's able to make the funny moments really funny, but also the dramatic parts really intense.
Why the hell do I wake up hearing that damn voice? I know what it sounds like, but it's not what you think.
He's kind of a gruff detective, and he's searching for something, and he's hard-boiled, but he's got some humor to him and stuff like that. He's a bit of a trope or a type, and I like that, and I like the world and sort of how he's exploring this insanity amidst all this horror and stuff. I liked all those aspects.
Let me know if you find her. I'll be around.
Emily Hartwood has a closer connection to the plot, as she is Jeremy's niece. Therefore, also suffers this strange affliction known as the Heartwood curse.
I do think the graphics are like are really good, but they look kind of strange.
There was so much about it that I was curious of.
I don't know why.
There's a lot of fear within her, and
there's something off that I can't put, I can't quite put my finger on it. I don't know what it is.
I guess dread, intrigue. Like there's a lot about her that is kind of on edge.
10 years now, more even since he died. He died a hero.
Jodie's a fantastic actress, and she brings a lot of nuance to Emily as a character, and it really makes us sympathize with her.
Who's in here? Show yourself. Yes, there is the kind of scary element, but then she still has to go on a journey and discover different things, and there should still be room to breathe and have a funny moment or a sarcastic moment or a moment of discovery. So it's just trying to really kind of keep all those other beats alive amongst the kind of darkness of it all, I guess, is how I felt anyway.
So we're bringing back both Emily and Edward as playable characters, and depending on who you play, you will get a different take on the same story. The people at Rosetta will react differently to you depending on who you play.
Oh, so it's a lot like Resident Evil 2, I think, in that sense, then. Because, like, in Resident Evil 2, you could play as Claire or you could play as Leon. Yeah, so that's going to be really cool, I think. I'd probably choose David Harbour only because he's, like, one of my favourite actors, but I'd probably, when the game comes out, do another playthrough of Jodie Comer as well.
Even the story will
seems
be
awesome, though.
different.
What are you doing sneaking around?
So you should definitely make sure to play the game twice.
What are you doing in my kitchen? Get out!
The way that we reimagined the game was basically looking at the original, and it feels like we've been cultivating a seed that was planted 30 years ago, and it has now grown into something even more dark, even more sinister.
I remember that with the first Alone in the Dark I made in 1992, we were basically doing something that nobody had done before. It was the first time that we could explore a big mansion, fight monsters, and solve difficult puzzles all in real-time 3D.
At the core is a haunted mansion. That's the most important part. It's Derceto, I would say. Feeling that you're trapped inside a kind of small space.
Yeah, I used to say back in the old days that it was another character.
Yeah, for sure.
With all the remakes going on today, you are never sure what you get at the end. I think that Michael and the team did a great
I really
job
like that they've
preserving
brought
the
back
core
the
feeling of the
original
game.
developer
They even
of the
went
game.
further than everything I could
Because,
expect
again,
7 years ago.
I don't know if I said this earlier, but I love the original, even though it's like really pixelated
because it is
and stuff
such
like,
a,
I don't know, like
again,
probably
it
like
can't
4-bit,
be overstated.
8-bit,
It's
I don't know.
so special.
Very
It was
low bit.
such a new
I'm pretty sure it's 8-bit. Anyways, even
As a fan
though
of the
it
original,
doesn't
I wanted
have
to bring as much as I could
amazing
into our
graphics like this
And,
new one does,
they might
it
have
still
slightly different
manages
meaning
to
and
scare you,
different,
like the original
reasons
Resident
to be
Evil
there,
games
but
did.
if you know the
And
old
I really
games,
love that,
you
and
will find
I've
a ton of
always loved the
references.
Escape series. When I found out it was being remade, I was like,
I remember you, Mr. Conby.
I was shocked. I never
feel
thought
the
they'd remake
franchise
it
in
because,
good hands now, and I can't wait
like,
to play the full
it
game.
wasn't, it was never really up there with like Resident Evil or like any of those types of games, Resident Evil, Mortal Kombat, Call of Duty.
Created a prologue, and
It was never really up there with them, so I didn't think it was
who's a little girl, and you
like as popular, like popular enough to get a remake.
trying to post a letter.
But when I found out it was getting a remake, I was like really shocked, but really happy. I just saw it on TikTok and I was like, oh my god.
The full game. So if you want to have a look, go and download it right now.
They're so creepy.
It's kind of like a mix between, like this remake is kind of a mix between Resident Evil 6, maybe 5 actually, yeah, Resident Evil 5 and people
Our
within.
combat is intense and tough. And
It
you
reminds
need
me
to
a
use
lot
every
of
bullet
both
you can
those
find.
games.
And if you run out of bullets,
And I love both those games.
you might need to get in close and
So I
hit
won't
with a melee
complain.
weapon. Or if you're lucky, you can find something to throw. As mentioned before, your job is to find out what happened to Jeremy Hartwood. And to do that, you will need to visit some unexpected places. And to get to those places, you'll need to find clues and solve some interesting puzzles. Depending how much you feel like a detective yourself, you can choose how much you want the game to help you find clues and where to go next.
So the biggest creative focus for me has for a long time been to reach something
I just want to say,
the
when this
mundane,
game comes out, I will.
something spiritual.
You guys will see me doing a playthrough right when it
The
comes out.
director and I, we spent a lot of time trying to figure out what
Or the,
direction, musical
like,
direction
kind of
we wanted to
first,
take
yeah.
with this project. And when we
Well, I will
finally
at least try.
decided to go for this kind of dark or doom jazz direction, our minds went directly to Jason, who is a master in this genre.
It's a very visual genre of music. The fact that it's inspired from noir films or noir detectives is already a good explanation of why this music fits very well for Alone in the Dark. There's a huge mountain and volcano of reverb with drums and screaming saxophone. To this explosion of hair rising horror and big chaos.
Well, I'm all for chaos.
As the player is drawn deeper into the game world, they will face off with the sinister presence known as the Dark Man.
The Dark Man isn't real, Jeremy. There is nothing he can do to hurt you.
How do you think any of this is happening? How do you still not trust my words?
Fine. Then let me help.
Don't be foolish. He will bury you next to me in his sunken temple for an eternity.
Real or not, something is definitely corrupting the mind of Jeremy Hartwood. Something very, very dangerous.
So, is this... So this isn't like the original game, just remastered. This is an actual remake. Is that it? Okay, well, that was amazing. I am going to load up the game and I will see you in a second. Oh, we're starting. Game's frozen. Hopefully it loads properly. The graphics are as high as they can go, so hoping it's okay. Run myself in the attic. Lost. Okay, so from what I've seen about this game, it's going to be awesome. So the showcase, which I actually watched 2 days ago and never got around to actually playing this because I was editing the showcase, was a couple seconds ago for you. But that was awesome, so maybe this will be as awesome. Let me move my phone so I can put my microphone down because I forgot my stand. Okay, let me try and get it in a good position. This isn't too bad. Especially these graphics.
Not my best work, if I'm being honest.
Awesome. Not the best work.
I can't wait to paint this. Gonna give it a big mustache.
Oh, the mask. I think it would look terrible with a mustache. Oh, I can move now. I started playing this the day I recorded the showcase, but it was really glitchy, so I'm playing it on my other computer, my RTX one, with the settings as high as they go. I did also buy Garden of Banban 3. What just happened? But it was really terrible, so no Garden of Banban 3 video coming out, sorry.
Look at this ass.
Yeah, it is kind of grim. Alcoholic alert. Can I not go up here?
Huh?
What the hell? That's not very normal.
I already washed my hands today.
Oh, she's already washed her hands there. I guess we're not washing
Cassandra should be more careful with her medicine.
Agreed. Okay, out we go. Like the door thing.
Oh goodness, you scared me.
What are you up to, Jeremy?
I have to tell someone what is going on here. I have to try. You're not one of them, are you? Please tell me, Grace. You're not a spy, are you?
Who's spy?
Them. The others. All of them. No, you're too innocent.
I'm too innocent.
I need to get this letter to my niece. She would understand.
Just give it to the clerk, Mr. Waits, and he'll post it.
No, he could be in on it. What if he won't post my letter?
Then don't make it look like it's one of yours. Here, let me do it. Miss Emily Hartwood, Dauphin Street, New Orleans. You don't have the number? Not sure the postman's gonna find it without... Jeremy? Where'd he go? I'll just post it myself then.
Yeah, I watched this cutscene. I recorded up to
I'll just take this letter downstairs to the clerk's office myself.
That's key. Also, I couldn't turn past here. I was just doing that and I couldn't turn over there, so it'd just be like that. But now I can turn this way, so I know
Uh-oh,
that was
Cassandra! I'm touching your typewriter!
Key. Stair hall key. I feel like this prologue is literally just like not even 10 minutes, not even 5. So it's gonna be short, but there's the other thing, anyways, the showcase to make the video a bit longer. I do want to say these graphics are amazing. I mean, like, you can tell that's cartoon, obviously, so they're not like spectacular, but
oh no, Jeremy, what have you done?
is that meant to happen? Okay, once we go. Definitely doesn't look like a dangerous swamp or anything. Do I like just catch it? Oh! I'm space. I do love these quick time events. So I'm a massive It's like, in my opinion, it's not as good as Resident Evil, I say that, but it's very good. Good choice. Before I do anything. Whoa. Key. Need a key for in here.
Mr. Waits, hello?
Let's stop this right here.
Oh, a little night music.
Ooh. Huh? You dropped something. It's very dark back there. That was like a snake. Not a snake, like a snake dragon thing. I don't know what that was, but it was kind of creepy. I'm surprised my computer's not dying because when I auto set it, you know it like auto sets when you load it up so that it doesn't kill your computer. It was on ultra. And I put it up to cinematic. Somehow it's fine. So I think I got lucky. But, you know. Woohoo! So was that the... Nope, that wasn't the end. Never mind. What's happening here? Miss Emily Hartwood. New Orleans. The Fiend Street?
Last night I dreamt that my uncle hung himself in the attic. That we were too late. The house looked different, but it was still called Dorsetto.
David Harbour?
Definitely a weird place. Feels like I've been here before. I just can't think why.
Dream call.
Let's not waste any time, Detective.
You don't want to waste time.
You're right. Let's go get your uncle, Miss Hartwood.
How do we know she's there? How do we know she's alive? Bum bum bum. I just said she's alive. I mean he's alive. Is that it? Okay. Well, I did expect it to be short. Well, that was amazing, I will say. Short, but it managed to give off the vibe of the game. Managed to really show you what you were in for. And I honestly really liked that it was able to do that in a short amount of time. I'm very excited for the full game. I have already pre-ordered it. I will be one of the first people you see playing this. And, yeah, so that was the showcase and the prologue. I'll see you on the next one. Adios.